And that was the first time they had ever met. So there was, I guess, tension. Or not, I guess, there was tension.
Okay. And the next day, on the 5th?
The next day, we went out to Fridays for my actual birthday. And then it was suggested by a friend that we go to a strip club. And we went to Dancers Royale. It was me, Ricardo, Amy, and
some other friends.
And some other friends.
But no Casey.
No other friends that know Casey, and then there was no Casey.
Okay. Now you believe, zipping ahead to June 9th and 10th, that would be the last time that Ricardo recalls seeing the baby.
Mm-hmm.
But Casey stayed over there with Caylee, and you say you may have been there that time and seen them, but you're not sure. That's a possibility.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm over there enough to assume that either that I was probably, what day was it? It was a Monday.
Monday and Tuesday.
I'm pretty sure that was the last time I saw Caylee.
Okay. The 11th through the 18th, you're gone to Tallahassee.
No, I was in D.C.
Amy was the one in Tallahassee.
Yes.
You're in D.C.
Yeah. That's home.
Right.
Well, Northern Virginia.
Casey texts you on the 19th about going to Fusion.
Correct.
Wanted you to attend.
Yes.
You couldn't go. On the 20th, you actually make a phone call to her just apologizing that you can't go.
I think it was because Fusions is Friday. I think it was.
We're gonna click that up on.
Yeah. Let me double check. Let me just make sure when the phone call was. No, it was Friday the 20th. There was the conversation. So I'm not sure if that was a conversation about Fusion, and then there was other conversations before that. But okay, so I guess there was no conversation apologizing for not going. There was just a conversation about going.
And you couldn't go. You didn't see her in that window anyway.
Yeah.
24th, another text. Content there being they haven't started moving in. Maybe talking about Amy, but she says she hasn't been home in 9 days.
It was a Facebook message.
Facebook.
And and this was on this was at 12:40 p.m. on the 24th, and she says this was referencing Amy moving into the house, and she says she still has yet to move into the house. Hell, in the past 9 days, I haven't even been living at the house. Drama. I'll fill you in on it later.
Excellent. No real contact that we're aware of from the 25th through the 30th.
No.
But she comes back into the picture starting the 1st after she drops off Tony, I guess the new boyfriend at the airport.
Correct.
You have company come into town though around the 2nd.
Yes, I had a friend from back home, and named Melissa England. She flew in Tuesday night. I actually was dropping Ricardo off at the airport to go to Boston as I was picking her up, and we went out to Voyage that evening.
On Tuesday?
On Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, Tuesday. I don't see Casey on Tuesday. I wasn't there for that. And then we went out to Voyage, and then and that was with Amy. Amy was there, and then we went to Mako's after that, and then we went back to
Amy, Casey, Melissa, and Troy.
Yes, there was other people there, but
Okay.
the significant people, that was who it was. And then we went back to Ricardo's and Amy's, and went to bed, woke up, and then Casey later on that day.
On the 3rd.
That's when she had the new tattoo.
But on the 3rd, she actually. You say on the night of the 2nd, the very first day that Casey met Melissa, Melissa tells you that Casey said we ought to go get a tattoo.
Yes, she told her that we need to go. We should go get tattoos, and Melissa says you're crazy. I'm not going to get a tattoo. Odd. Yes, and then the next day she shows up with one.
Well, the 3rd, you say that you ended up having to go to work, and Melissa and Casey ended up spending like 5 hours together.
Correct.
But the child was never mentioned?
Correct.
And this was odd to Melissa because she was in a prior relationship with a man that had a baby, and so she was almost looking forward to that.
Correct. She wanted to have a conversation with her about it.
Because she understood the other side of that story.
Correct.
Okay. Now, you say there was a male covered with tats or had some tats that you know that you can help us ID that actually went with Casey when she got that tattoo, you believe?
Correct.
But we don't know who that person is yet.
I can probably get his name fairly easily, I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I can get the name. But I can't recall it right now. I know it, but it's a common name. I just can't remember what it is right now.
Okay. That night, y'all went to the lodge down off Orange Avenue?
Correct.
And who all was there?
That was of the significant people. It was just me, Casey, and Melissa.
No Amy.
Amy was not there. No, she was not.
Okay. You say that Casey got upset because her brother called her?
Correct. Her brother was calling her. I didn't know what the content of the calls were, but she was visibly upset and said that her brother was coming to get her, and she just wanted to get out of here. And then we left after that.
Okay. You're out of town the 4th and the 5th. You go visit some...
We went to Sarasota for the 4th of July to visit some of Melissa's friends.
Melissa, you guys go bowling on Sunday the 6th. Get a text message from Casey. You think she's coming over there to where you are?
Correct.
But she never shows?
No.
You have a phone conversation on either the 10th or the 11th, you believe?
Yes. Regarding the trip to Puerto Rico to see if she was still coming, because she never told us for sure if she wasn't going. She would always continue to put it off. So I continued to ask until the day I left if she was coming or not. So that's what those...
During that conversation, she made reference about her car.
Correct. She made reference to one of she made reference to several reasons why she couldn't go. Two of which were the fact that she was trying to find a place to live, and she was searching for a new car.
Did she say what was wrong with her car?
She did not.
And the next time you remember even seeing Casey was at the airport when she picked Amy up on the 15th, and then Amy
came back and
got y'all. Okay. And then starting the 15th and the 16th is where all the police involvement.
Yes.
Never at any time did she tell you that someone took her child and refused to return it?
No.
That you can recall?
No.
Never.
You ever find her upset by herself, thinking,
Crying, other than the night dealing with Brandon?
No, never. I mean, never alone. She was upset at certain points, but it was led to believe that it was because of all the family issues that was going on. But she was upset at certain points throughout, I guess, whenever I would see her throughout the month of June till July.
Now, July, that week of July where she stayed there with Amy and you guys went out quite a bit, did she seem jovial, or was that where she was...
She actually... It was weird. It was kind of like almost like a roller coaster, because it seemed like she was very carefree, more carefree than what she normally was. But then there was the issues because then Melissa tells me that she's arguing with her mom on the phone, and then on the 3rd, and then later that night she has problems with her brother, and I can see that she's visibly upset, but she's putting on this persona of she's very
But it was only when her family was trying to intervene.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was two extremes. It was either she was very carefree and I guess loving life, and then there was the interaction with her family, and that's when she would, be visibly upset.
Okay. And nobody ever heard the conversation between them.
I had never. Melissa heard the
answers.
The answers coming from Casey. So she would probably be able to touch on that more than I can.
Okay.
You raise your right hand for me. You swear and affirm that everything you said today is true.
Yes.
Freely given.
Yes.
Excellent. 11:53 a.m. Conclusion of interview.